Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are doing extremely well. So this is the another lecture of our Java programming playlist, and in previous lectures we have completed up to tokens of Java. So we will be starting off with a very important concept in Java, that is variables. This is something you will write in every Java program you ever writes. So let us quickly understand what is a variable in Java. So variable is like a small box or a computer memory where we can store some data. So in Java, variable is just a name for a memory location that holds a value. What I told, variable is just like a container or a small box which is used to store some data. I am storing the value as 10 in the memory. So variable is a just name. Variable is a just name to this memory. I am giving variable name as a here. So why we need variables in Java means because whenever you want to retrieve or access the data, that time we can use that variable name. We can fetch the data easily by using that variable name. That's why the variable is needed in Java. Okay, fine. Now, in Java, we can use variables to store different types of values. Different types of values we can store. Suppose a equal to 10. This is integer type, right? Number type, right? We can store. This is also value. Now, in this variable, I can store string data. That is in double quotations, right? st. This is also we can store. And I can store character values, single character values also I can able to store. Now boolean values also I can store. A equal to false, fail, sc, false. Everything, every data type I can store inside a variable. In upcoming sessions I will clearly explain about data types. As of now, just remember we have 8 types of primitive data types. Now I hope you guys understood about what is variable, why variables are needed. Now, let us understand each point with examples. I will also show them in Eclipse to make it practical. Now, this is how Eclipse looks like. This is how Eclipse looks like. Now, see here. In this Eclipse platform, I have created here compile culture Java project. I will show you how to create Java project, how to create a class, package name, everything in upcoming videos. So don't worry as of now. Just remember I have given compile culture as Java project. Under that I have created one package, that is variables yt compile culture. Under this package I have created one file, that is variable. See here, file name I have created here, variable demo.java. Now my class name is variable demo. We already know execution always starts from main method. JVM checks for the main method and execution starts from main method, ends at after the main method. Keep these things in your mind. Now, okay guys, now we'll we'll get to know how to create a variable. That means how to declare a variable, how to assign a value to a variable. Now I'm gonna declaring a variable. Int age equal to 18. Int age equal to 18. Here I have created variable. How this is how we can declare a variable and we can assign a value to a variable. Here I am assigning value 18 to the variable, that is age. Int is the data type, that is primitive data type. We'll get to know more info about integer data type in upcoming videos, so don't worry. As of now, how we can access that variable, that means how to print that variable on console by using system.out.println. We can print that value on console. Age, just age. See here, I got output as 8 on console. Age is, this is how we can print. This is how we can print. Sorry. Observe here really. This is the way to declare a variable and access the variable by using variable name. Print the data on console. Now, while explaining the definition, I used one word, that is variable is a block of memory. Am I right? Now, what does it means? It means when we create a variable, here I created variable. When you declare a variable age, Java gives us some space in the memory to store the data. Okay. Now, this is how a simple Java program, how to declare a variable, how to access the value from the variable, how to display on the console. Right. Now, the second point is we can store the data and fetching it using a variable name. Here I am storing the value and fetching the data by using this variable name. I hope second point is also clear. So why variable means I already explained it. Whenever you want to get the data anytime, anywhere, that time we can simply by using this variable name we can access that. That's why variables are needed in Java. Now I already told you we can store any type of data. Now I'm trying to printing string type of data. It is string, no? So that's why age is minor. Sorry, that is name. We have to give name. Name or something we can make a layer. See, this is how. This is how it prints. We can store character data like this also. We can declare character data. We can store everything. Whatever the data types we have, no, 8 different data types. No, like that we can use the same way how we declared here string, how we stored Meghalaya data into the name. Okay, got it. Now, the third point is can we store multiple values into the variable, into a single variable? Here I stored only one value. Here I stored only one value. I will moving to int data type. I'm using age. Age is 90. Is also age. Age is 90. Can I store more than one value? Is it possible by using comma? No, we can't store multiple values at a time into a single variable. We can't assign like that. Got okay. Keep it in your mind. We can store only one value at a time. Yes, we can store only one value at a time. But if now same I'm declaring, sorry, I'm not declaring, I'm just assigning another value to the age variable. Will execute what will happen. Now it will print, it considers 40 as an output. That means here first I assigned a 19 to the age, later I assigned, that means I updated age value to 40. That means if you assign a new value It replaces the old value. It take updated value as output. Now the age is 40. It clearly displayed on console. Observe here. Can I store single value? Yes, we can hold only one value at a time. Keep it in your mind. And this is very important. A variable cannot hold multiple values at once. If you assign a new value, it replaces the old one. If you are thinking, can I store two things in a variable, in one variable? Definitely the answer is no. Keep these points in your mind. Now, the fourth point is data stored in a variable is temporary. The data is stored. Whatever the data we are storing into this variable, no, that is temporary. So we can access this variable while your program is running. That time only we can access this variable. Once the program ends, this age variable is no longer stored in a memory. So can I print this after the program ends? Can I able to access? No, we can't able to access. See, here only error. Main method unresolved compilation error. So we can't store. Keep this in our mind. So Java variable is it stores the data temporarily. Once the program ends, the age is no longer stored in the memory. Age variable is no longer stored in the memory. Keep this point in your mind. Now, every variable has its own lifespan. Own lifespan. Lifespan means lifetime. That means the variable exists only as long as it's inside the block of code it is written in. See, now I'm gonna take a if block. If block. Inside the if block, I'm gonna declare a variable int. Declaring a variable int. Now I'm gonna printing this variable inside the inside block. Inside block, and this is outside block. See here what I told. Every variable has its own lifespan. See, if is a control flow statement and it accepts the condition. It accepts condition. Whenever we'll discussing about conditional statements, no, that time we'll get more about this if statement. So don't worry. As of now, it accepts one condition. Here, in place of condition, I am passing true. That is Boolean value. True means it always true. So, okay, fine. Inside the if block, I am declaring a variable age. Into that, I assigned a value 19 to that age variable. Now, I'm gonna printing this variable inside the if block only, age. Again, after if block, I try to print age value. Observe the output. Now you will get unresolved compilation. Age cannot be resolved to a variable. We got unresolved compilation error. That means it has own lifespan. This age variable is there, no? It lives only inside the if block. Outside it, Java doesn't recognize this age variable. Keep this in your mind. Now, the segment point is every variable has its own scope or visibility. Scope. Scope means where you can see the variable or where you can use the variable. If a variable is declared inside a method or block, whatever it may be, we can able to access that inside that only. Outside we can't access the variable. That means scope means where the variable can be used. Keep this point in your mind. Now I will try to explain another example. try to explain another example. My method public static void my method my method. Inside this my method, I'm declaring a variable int y equal to 20. Int y equal to 20. I'm printing, I'm trying to print this y. I'm trying to print. Now, here I have created one method that is my method. Inside that method, I have declared a variable that is y. Now, this is the main method. I'm calling that method my thod, my method. So don't worry how to create a method, how we can call that method, everything we can able to see in upcoming videos. We'll get more clear idea about that. As of now, just remember for the scope or visibility example. Now, see here only we are getting error. We are getting error. Can I able to access this y? No, we can't able to access this y. Here I'm calling my method. Here I'm calling my method. What will happen? Main execution always starts from main method. It starts from main method. Inside the main method, it calls my method. Okay. Control moves to the main method. Declares a variable. No, it prints. Okay, 20. After it came back, whenever it tried to execute this block, whenever it tried to execute this block, we'll get compile type error. See here, outside the block. Here we are at this line, we are getting error. Up to this, we are not getting any error. We got output as outside block is 20. So keep this in your mind. This is the variable exists only as long as inside the block of code only. It where it's written outside the block, we can't able to access. This is how scope. This is the example of scope. I hope you got a clear idea of what variables are, how they work. In next video, I will explore data types in Java. So don't worry. As of now, let's quickly recap in simple words. So, variable is a block of memory to store the data, and we can easily store the data and fetch the data by using variable name. We can store single data at a time under single variable. We can't store multiple data. So data is temporary. The data, whatever the data we are storing into the variable, no, that is temporary. Every variable has its own lifespan, or own scope, or visibility. Keep these points in your mind. This is all about variables. Now, I hope you guys got clear idea about variables. If you understood everything right at the end of the lecture, drop a comment. I understood in the comment section so that I get believe that you guys are understanding everything. I get motivation that I came back and record these videos. So please do consider dropping the comment. I understood. And if you are new to our channel, please considering subscribe to us. If you haven't checked our Java playlist, please go and check.